This play looked like it might go for pretty good yardage as Sachs says, uh-oh, I can't go that way. And here it goes to Mundy. And he says, okay. And, you know, Tom, it's funny. It looks like his own man, number 74, Andy Cerruti, hit him, which might have forced the fumble.
DeMaria took it right in the air for the recovery.
DeMaria said, thank you very much.
Ball is at the 45-yard line of Archbishop Ryan. That's where McDevitt will take over. Taylor on the pitch to Hannings. Hannings has some blockers. He's going to turn the corner, and he picks up 5 yards.
Number 3, Jason Hannings, the blocker.
Actually, the Ryan defense did a decent job there stringing the play out. And actually, you know, I think only limiting him to 5 yards on the play, but I think they did a nice job of forcing him to go all the way wide and finally getting some help and holding him just to the 5-yard. But Tom, right here, McDevitt has a chance possibly to put this football game away. Don't be surprised if Taylor doesn't go back up top again.
2nd down and 5. Howard is the man in motion for the Lancers. First man through is Blackstock. Blackstock fumbles the football. There's a penalty flag thrown in there too. Let's see who makes the recovery. Blackstock recovers his own fumble, and let's see what the penalty is all about.
That's in the holding area. You see the handoff here. Blackstock fumbles. You see the umpire there, I think. He's the one who threw it. When they throw it there, that's Ray Kenzer, who I think threw that flag. But that's always in the holding area. Now it's going to bring up a 2nd and 15. It's our first holding of the afternoon, and Tom, this has been basically a penalty-free game.
We've had 2 fumbles by Archbishop Ryan that have gone over to McDevitt, and 1 by McDevitt that went over to Ryan. So the turnovers have been low too. I'll mark off the yardage. It'll be 2nd down and 15. The ball resting at midfield. Taylor looking to the air. Taylor throwing. Colin, the intended receiver, makes the reception at the 30-yard line. Does a little dancing down the sidelines as he goes out of bounds at the 27.
A little tiptoe action. Is that time? Taylor's back looking. As Colin gets it over the defender, Colin breaks one tackler, and the second man made sure he wasn't going any further. But Tom, the other thing is the deep receiver there again was open on the sideline, but they pick up the first down as that's a 23-yard gain down to the 27.
Colin is the man in motion. Taylor gives it to Hannings. Hannings with a big hole. Hannings gets down to the 15-yard line.
Well, if there's one key to the second half, it's been the offensive line of McDevitt as they open a big hole. Hannings bursts through and is down to the 16. You see our clock, we're under a minute and a half to go, and McDevitt is about 16 yards away from adding an insurance score.
Taylor with Colin in motion. Hannings tries to get to the outside, breaks one tackle. Nice job by Hannings to turn what looked like a loss into a short gain. But you can watch on the replay, Bob, he's almost hit behind the line.
There he escapes the one tackler, tries to straight arm the second man, but number 58 said no way as Jeff Burke holds on. And actually, he picked up about 5 yards on the play when it looks like he wasn't going to get much at all.
We'll give him 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. The ball at the 11-yard line. Colin in motion once again. Taylor to Hannings. Hannings straightened up as he goes through the hole.
John Spatafor, number 44, hits him head on as Hannings gets it here. There's 44. Now, you notice the other thing, Tom, in that play, Spatafor was also going for the football. As Ryan knows down here, they have to try and force a turnover.
It doesn't look like McDevitt's going to get a play off here before the third quarter will come to an end.
We'll come to the end of the third quarter here.
And there it is, the ball inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 3 yards to go for a first down for McDevitt. Trying to take advantage of the fumble recovery. The Lancers certainly much better on offense here in the third quarter than they were in the first half.
Well, I think if we could put it as succinctly as possible, the big difference is their offensive line is they're moving the Ryan people out. In the first half, they didn't. And right now, that's what they're doing. And, you know, the coaches talk about the pits, the trenches, whatever. Whoever wins the battle on the line is generally going to win the football game. And right now, the McDevitt offensive line is doing what they have to do. They didn't do that in the first half.
There's the head coaching staff of Bishop McDevitt. Pat Manzi is in there somewhere. There he is. He's the man with the McDevitt football jacket. His back to you. Come on, Pat. The camera's on you. You got to turn around and smile. He's into this football game with his Lancers on top 12-7, and he definitely wants to see them pick up a touchdown here.
I don't think you're going to see him smile until this game is over with and he's got a W.
Third down from the 9. They got to get it down to, I guess, the 5.5-yard line for a first down. We have some movement as Taylor's going to run around the corner. Taylor gets inside the 5-yard line. He has the first down.
Does he? We'll see whether, again, that's the old student body right play.
Let's see where they mark it, but it looks like he's awful close to the first down.
As he just takes it here and just tries to get as much as he can.
They're going to measure.
Now, as we mentioned,
our angle, we should point out, we're to the far side of the field from where this is, so our angle isn't that great. You probably have a better angle looking at the tube than we have, and they're going to bring the chains out. And I won't ask Bob for his eagle eye because he can't see that far.
They're short.
They're short.
In fact,
short about a yard.
They're short almost a yard. Now, the thing is, Tom, you could go field goal here, which they're not going to do. But, I mean, a field goal puts them up 15-7, which means the best Ryan can do is tie. But Coach Manzi, I think, seeing how well his offensive line is playing, has said, okay, you know, I think you guys can move them out. And even if they don't, Ryan gets the ball at their own 5 or 6
long way
and have a long distance to go.
I'll mark it at the 6-yard line. Fourth down and a yard to go for McDevitt.
Watch Hannings possibly get it here, the deep man in the eye.
I'm looking for number 29, Blackstock. And of course, Hannings gets it, goes over the left side, and gets the first down.
That's the first one we've hit right today. This time it's just a slant off his left side.
I was right about Blackstock. He led the way.
Blackstock, the lead blocker there, and his job is to give Hannings a little bit of a hole, which is what he does, and Hannings just dives over to the 4.
First down and goal for the Lancers.
Remember the last time they were here, they gave it to Hannings again on a slant play. Let's see if they run that again.
Taylor to Hannings.
Touchdown.
Hannings is in for a touchdown. So McDevitt stretches their lead to 18-7, excuse me, as Hannings goes in over the right side.
Again, this is a slant off the right side as Hannings stays low and just keeps driving and finally bowls his way into the end zone. And with just 1 second shy of 11 minutes, or 1 second more than 11 minutes left in the game, McDevitt has added an insurance score, and I have a feeling it looks like, again, they're going to go for 2. The last time they did it, it of course did not work as Taylor got sacked.
Taylor on the 2-point try is going to throw
open.
it, and it is complete for the 2-point conversion.
He actually had 2 men open on that 2-man conversion. We'll show it. 2-point conversion. We'll show it to you.
Gregorio, the tight end, will make the reception. You're right. Colin's open in the corner.
Colin's open in the right corner, and there's Gregorio. He's open there. So now it's 21-7. 20. Sorry. I was going to give him 3 points on it.
It's a 3-point shot.
That's right. Oh, that's right. That's next on the agenda here on CCN Sports. Now we're going to have to see Ryan open it up. And what we mean by opening it up is throwing longer patterns. They still have 11 minutes left in the game. It's by no means out of hand for them. But Ryan, Tom,
it has to be disheartening for Ryan the way they've moved the football and they haven't scored.
You talk about teams that move the ball well between the 20s and then are just unable. And in other sports, you talk about a finisher, like in soccer, guys who You needed that finisher to put the ball in the net. And basically, Ryan has had trouble finishing the plays off.
Evans ready to kick it with Joyce and Wycheck going back as Evans had the ball blow off the tee. Had to reset it there. I didn't think there was that much of a wind. Evans gets his foot into it. Nice long kick. Joyce takes it. And Joyce with a nice return.
Joyce get out to about the 25. He takes this one inside his own 5 at about the 3 or 4. You see him go back, return set to the left side. He looks for a little bit of a hole and then just basically runs into a
wall.
A wall of
a big wall.
Black and gold uniforms.
They'll put the ball at the 24-yard line where it'll be first down for the Raiders. They trail 20-7 with 10:56 to go in the game. Sachs hands it off to Wycheck. Wycheck, not much running room up the middle. Wrapping him up and bringing him down is William Doyle.
I think they thought they might catch the Lancers defense expecting pass and give that quick handoff.
Second down, 7 yards to go for the Raiders.
They got 3 yards out of it, but I think they hoped maybe to get quite a few more as Wycheck was stopped by Doyle.
At this point, they need a lot more. Single setback with Wycheck in motion. Sachs rolling out. Sachs' pass is incomplete. Sachs had a man open on the sidelines, Dennis Kirby, but the pass went behind him.
And this time Sachs may have rushed it a little bit. I think he saw Kirby there. And I mean, he threw a fastball there. I mean, that was a Nolan Ryan ball. Even if he had gotten it towards Kirby, he might have hit him in the numbers. He might have really hurt him because that thing was a real hummer.
3rd down and 7. Sachs, quick drop back. The pass in and out of the hands of Kirby. Kirby had it, and then he didn't.
Kirby, I think we'll see on the replay, tried to run with it before he had it. First thing you have to do is catch the ball. It was not a perfect pass, but it should have been caught. And I really think Tom Kirby tried maybe to run with it. Now, as I mentioned this earlier, Sachs is the punter. Don't be surprised if he may not try something different, but I think the McDevitt defense might be ready.
He's kicking from deep in his own territory. Colin is back along with Howard, but they're not going to get close to the ball as it goes out of bounds. And let's see where the officials rule it went out of bounds. It's in Archbishop Ryan territory.
Sachs tried a little acting job there. He was hit after he got rid of the ball, but he was back down on the ground. The guy just sort of rolled into him, and he fell over like he'd been poleaxed.
They mark it at the 47-yard line of Ryan, so McDevitt has excellent field position.
What Ryan has to do here, Tom, is they have to force a turnover.
Look for turnover, right.
Even though that drive, actually, they used only 50 seconds on that last 3 plays and out. It's the first time all day.
Taylor going back to throw. He's got plenty of time. Throwing for Gregorio, who's wide open. Gregorio makes the catch, and he's brought down at the 13-yard line. He had to stand back there and wait for the football. He was wide open.
But still, give Taylor credit. Now, again, he's going to his left. He sees his man open, so he says, okay, I'm just going to loft it in there and let him run under it. And that was a great play by Taylor because, Tom, all he had to do is just leave it up there and let Taylor or let Di Gregorio run under it, and that's what he did. If he, granted, if he'd thrown a perfect pass, it would have been a touchdown, but they got the completion, and I think, Tom, right now we may start seeing the Lancers put this game away.
First down from the 13. Taylor looking to throw, and Howard is hit before the pass is completed, so they're going to call interference. He made the reception.
Right down to the 1.
But watch him get hit before the ball gets there.
Just a little early, but he still caught it.
He still caught it. So they'll take the ball at the spot of where he makes the reception.
See the referee saying defensive pass interference declined. The ball was caught.
And you can
At
see they're
about the
knocking
1.
on the door once again.
I think they're going to kick this door down.
The ball at the 1 yard line of Archbishop Ryan. 9:26 to go here in the third quarter. And McDevitt in the second half is putting this game away. They're taking over on offense. The defense is doing a fine job too, Bob. Certainly a different ball club than the first half. Here goes Hannings up the middle, and Hannings is close. Taylor says, give it to me. The officials haven't ruled yet, and obviously he's not in there. You can see Taylor putting his arms up saying, come on, what are you talking about?
That's right.
He broke the plane. Hannings is pleading his case. He gets close, but no cigar. I'll give him a half a yard on that, huh?
Yeah, he might be a foot 9 inches short. You may see Taylor possibly just take it and burrow in himself, or he may decide to. Depends on whether he likes Hannings or not. If he likes Hannings, he'll give him the ball.
Second down and inches. Taylor says, give it to me. The offensive line makes the surge, and he's into the end zone easily for a touchdown. The second touchdown for him today. Hannings has 2 TDs. Taylor has 2 TDs.
That's why he kept it.
And McDevitt goes on top 26-7 with Evans out there, and I think they're going to try to kick this one.
Taylor said, well, Hannings has got 2. I want to catch up to him. But that's the safest play you can go with that shorter distance, is just figure, well, hey, let me push it in myself.
Evans ready to attempt the PAT, and his kick is up. And it is no good. He shanked it a little bit.
It's not for lack of length or height. He got plenty of height and plenty of length. Unfortunately, his trajectory was not quite the way he would have liked it.
So with 8:30 to go in the game, it's 26-7, Bishop McDevitt. Second half outlook, Bob, what do you think? What the difference?
The difference is, I think as we've been talking about, has been the offensive line of McDevitt. They came out with a purpose here in the second half, and basically that purpose was that we're going to start blocking some people. And I said earlier, I can't understand how Ryan is 3-5. Well, I can understand a little bit now. It looks like they can move the football up and down the field, but so far, granted, they're playing the best team in the Catholic League Northern Division. They haven't been able to put it in. And we know that can be a problem.
Certainly
can't put it in.
Can't get it in there. Wycheck makes the reception at his own goal line. Wycheck looking for some blockers, but they're not there. And McDevitt is all over the place to run him out of bounds.
Well, we mentioned at halftime that we thought Coach Manzi would have a few chosen words for his team, and I'm sure he did. I can choose the words that he probably said, but this would be our last telecast if we mentioned them. I know he had to be unhappy with the performance of his team in the first half. We talked about it. It's a nothing game. It means nothing to the Lancers. But see, they're the top gun now. Everyone is out to beat him, so everybody is going to try and play their best game against him.
The ball at the 21-yard line for the Raiders. They would like to move the football and get one more score out of this. Sachs under a rush, makes the completion to Robinson.
Well, Sachs has done this all afternoon. He's able to get outside of the rush. Now watch again. He's got Mundy in front of him. Mundy makes the block. Sachs delivers the ball. And there's the man.
Robinson picks up 9 yards on that. So it'll be second down and short.
He may have gotten a little bit more than 9. They're calling for a measurement.
Close enough for a measurement. We have official timeout.
As the chains come from across the far side of the field.
This one is closer.
This one is closer, but
they didn't make it. On second thought, whoops.
He misses by, let's see. Give it to us, ref. Show us. There you go.
Missed it by that much.
Second and inches.
Now here we are. We're what's known as a throwaway down. My guess is Coach Kruk may say, let's go for it here. Let's see if we can get a big play, come back on third down, or even come back on fourth down and make the few inches. But then again, that's why we're standing up here and he's down on the field.
Let's see if Sachs' quarterback will go back and perhaps go for a big one here. Sachs rolling out. Sachs looking. His throw and a nice reception from Devlin. The ball was behind him. Devlin put the one arm out, brings it in, makes the reception, picks up the first down. A great individual effort by that man, number 12, Devlin. Watch him make the reception.
Great catch. Again, this is a fastball thrown at him.
One movement, one solid movement. He just pulled the ball in with the one arm, and he gets the first down.
So they didn't do either of what we thought. They didn't go long, and they didn't just try and pick up the first down on a short run.
The ball at the 33-yard line. Mundy on the draw. Mundy's not going to go anywhere.
Fumble.
The ball is loose, and I think McDevitt has recovered. Let's see.
No, he didn't.
The man who causes the problem is number 34, Di Maria, as he reads the draw. Watch Di Maria, number 34, come into your screen right there, and he strips the football. It looked like they were going to get the ball.
Tom, the mistake Mundy made there, if you noticed on that sweep, he was running with the ball to his right, and the ball was in his left arm. Instead of switching it to his right arm, and all the tackler has to do is coming in, and he just grabbed the arm and the ball popped out. And that was the mistake Mundy made on that play. Because you saw it on the replay where the ball is out in his left arm. If he had it covered in his right arm, he never would have fumbled it.
Di Maria with a fine defensive play to get back there, hit him, and strip the ball out. It looked like the Lancers would recover because they had so many black shirts around there.
Monday goes on.
And Mundy is heading to the sideline. Hopefully he'll be all right. 7:12 to go in the game. Out of all that action, we wound up with a loss of a half a yard. It looks certainly like he was going to get a lot more yardage out of it than that, Bob.
Well, again, he ran east and west.
Sachs rolling out. Sachs looking to throw. Sachs makes the pass, and it's completed to Devlin.
Well,
As Devlin makes the reception at the 45-yard line.
They talk about threading the needle. Watch him thread the needle on this play. He steps up and throws, and Devlin comes again. The receivers have done a great job coming back for the football.
Play was going up for the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Raiders from the 45-yard line.
First down from the 45. Sachs looking to throw, and he gets the pass off to Joyce. A little pattern in the flat to Joyce. He'll pick up 3 yards. And we'll see it one more time.
Again, it's just the same play they've run all the time. Just a quick outside pass.
And 3 yards in the last play. It'll be 2nd down and 7 yards to go for the Raiders on their own 48-yard line.
As they picked up about 4 yards on the play, make it 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, Wycheck is the man in motion. And the pass goes to Joyce once again. Joyce goes out of bounds.
This pass again is complete to number 22, Bill Joyce.
And it'll bring up a 3rd down and perhaps 3 yards to go. And joining us here in the booth is Bob Friedman. Bob Friedman, glad to have you along as Bishop McDevitt had a tough time in the first half, but it's been all McDevitt here in the second half. They lead 26-7.
Well, you know, the sign of a great team is the fact that they can move the ball when they are down, and McDevitt has come back to take control of this game with 6:14 to go in the ball game.
3rd down, Sachs rolling out. Sachs' pass is almost intercepted by Di Maria, who's made some fine defensive plays here in the second half.
We'll take a look at this again. Watch Di Maria is right in front of you here. Comes over the side. Quarterback makes a big mistake, throws it into just a load of McDevitt jerseys, and Di Maria almost makes a great interception on the play.
3rd down. That was a 3rd down. This will be a 4th down and 3 with 6:09 to go.
Okay.
And obviously the Raiders are not going to kick the football away. as they're at the 47-yard line of McDevitt. Sachs is going to run with it. He gets the first down and then some as Sachs gets it down to the 33-yard line. DeMaria on the stop.
The shades of Randall Cunningham here as Sachs took it. He took what the defense would give him. They had him pressed to the outside, so he cuts it in right there, and he gets the first down, cuts back. Nice little run by Sachs. I'll tell you, I like what I'm seeing on this monitor here.
Their offense all game long, Bob, has been that way. They have moved the football up and down the field, but they have been unable to score. First down and 10. Clock under 6 minutes, and there is nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, as the McDevitt defense was there strong, and they just really just bunched up the middle as Michael Powell, number 71, was the lead man.
Now here's the replay again. McDevitt's defense is so tough. All season long it's been that way, and they just crunch up any chance of the run. They're not going to get anywhere running against McDevitt at this point. Down 19 points with 5.5 minutes to go. They have to make something happen. They're going to have to air out the ball. Of course, McDevitt knows that.
I think they were trying to catch him off guard, but they didn't catch him off guard at all. Wycheck is the man in motion. Sachs under a rush, and he throws the football as he's going down, so it is incomplete. Sachs had 3 McDevitt tacklers wrapped around him. It was Young, Schumann, and also in there was Doyle.
Well, I'll tell you, let's take a look on the replay. He is not down. Now, this is the NFL. Sachs is in the grasp at this point. He goes back. Watch him go back. He's under a furious rush. He has no prayer getting a ball. He's actually almost as near to the ground. Well, I'll tell you, that was a very charitable call by the official. Definitely in the NFL and probably in college, he would have been called down on that play.
Third down and 10. That defensive line was back there in a hurry. The pass too high for the intended receiver, Joyce, and falls incomplete.
And Joyce is open on that play. Joyce is open on that play. He cuts in over the middle. It's just a little slant in pass, but the pass is thrown too high. Watch, Joyce is open here. He's got it. And if he gets it, he's got some possible yardage there, but nothing going. And, of course, on 4th down and 10, they're going to have to go for it here.
Let's see what the call is from the bench as Coach Kruk sent in the instructions. Playing in the backfield now is Jim Roberto, number 19.
Well, they're not going to get anything up the middle against McDevitt. If they're going to do something, they're going to have to do it sideline to sideline.
Man in motion, Wycheck. Sachs going back. Sachs throws, and the pass goes in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. And that time, cutting cross over the middle with the slant pattern was Marcello Settembrino.
And here we go in the middle there. The passes are, of course, Settembrino is a famous name in Tampa football leagues. Al Settembrino, one of the great ball players with McDevitt. And the pass in over the middle, and the coverage was excellent. As I said, they weren't going to get anything over the middle. The sides were open, and they just sort of closed in there. And McDevitt takes over the ball. And how's Dan Taylor been today?
Dan Taylor has been, at times, very efficient. At other times, in the first half, he was really not that crisp on his passing. Here comes Colin. Colin gets a short gain, makes a lot out of it. Football is loose, but it was already down before it popped out. But the thing is, Bob, that Taylor in the first half couldn't hit his receivers.
Yeah.
He's hit them here in the second half with more regularity, although he's had a couple guys open that he's just missed for potential big plays. But they haven't needed him to throw the football. The ground game has worked here in the second half.
Of course, when you have the running backs that they have, you can afford to let the running game take its place. Colin and the other Hannings and so forth.
Colin picks up 5. It's second down and 5. Colin is the man in motion. First man through is Blackstock, and he's right up the middle, right up the gut. We've seen that play happen so many times this year. A big gainer, quick hitter right up the middle, and Blackstock breaks it for 15.
Well, one of the thoroughbreds on the McDevitt team is Kevin Blackstock. Quick handoff right up the middle. Blackstock's got it. He gets about 15, 20 yards untouched. I don't even think some of the Ryan defenders knew he had the ball.
You can see him telling the official to get out of the way there. Clear the path, I'm on the way. The ball is set at the 43-yard line of Archbishop Ryan. 4 minutes to go in the game. McDevitt with the ball in the lead at 26-7. Taylor to Blackstock again, the first man through. And that offensive line now just controlling the line of scrimmage.
I was going to make a comment there. Just watching it as it is, they're just pushing them off the ball. They're just dominating here. The good teams, as I've said so many times in these broadcasts, the good teams will wear you down by the third and the fourth quarter, and that's what it looks like the Lancers have done. It's just worn down Ryan's line. The Blackstock, they got a big opening for him, and that was nothing more than a little handoff right up the gut and just pushed the defenders. Defenders were 2 yards off the ball by the time the running back got the ball.
A 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. Hannings and Blackstock in the eye. This time it's Hannings. Hannings threads his way nicely up the middle, spins, and breaks some tackles, gets close to the first down.
Yeah, it was a nice running play there. He's going to be just shy of the first down. A little spinning. In fact, I think he's got the first down. A little spin run move that they teach you to do when you're about to be tackled. Try and spin out of it. Give him as little as you can, and that's what he did on the play. Nice running play, and I can see how you're talking about. They've dominated the ball rushing.
So that's another first down for McDevitt. The ball at the 32-yard line is 1st down and 10 with 2:41 to go. And the Lancers would be content to just continue to run the football and run the clock out and go away with an undefeated regular season. And the pitch to the new running back in there. That's Joseph Delzingaro. Delzingaro makes a big gainer as he just checked into the lineup. He gets the pitch, and he's on his way.
I'll tell you, they've got him. They're deep and they're strong. Pat Manzi does such a great job in coaching. Here's Delzingaro. You could have driven a big truck through that hole. He just got through there, burst through there, and again, the defensive secondary had to make the play and did. Ball's now down to the 12. I don't know if they're going to try and go in for another one with a 19-point lead and barely 2 minutes to go in the game, but they're knocking.
Nice way to get into the contest. Delzingaro again on the pitch. This time, there's penalty flags all over the place as they get him high. Most likely, it will be a face mask against Archbishop Ryan.
Now, he wrote him down and looked like by a face mask, it appeared. The flag went as soon as the defender caught Delzingaro. Let's see, it's personal foul. Yeah, that's face mask.
Face mask.
So that'll be a half the distance penalty.
And some of the starters are coming out of the contest as McDevitt is running in replacements. Delzingaro in the backfield, Kevin Bryan in the backfield. Also, let's see, Bucksar, the quarterback, is now checked in. Matthew Bucksar, who wears number 11, as Taylor has gone to the bench.
I'll tell you, we've had a chance to see some real good football teams, Tom, but this one ranks right up there with the best of them.
So Bucksar is calling the signals, with Bryan and Delzingaro, the backs behind him, setting in the eye. Bucksar goes right up the middle.
And they're just going to let the clock run down now. They're down to 1:45. Now, if they can get it into the end zone, fine, but they're not going to try. I don't think they're going to try any fancy business here. They have 4 downs. Ryan is probably going to let them run the clock out. They'd be kind of silly at this point to call the timeout.
Ball at the 5-yard line. And you can see players coming on and off the field for McDevitt as they are giving their offensive linemen the rest of the afternoon off. Certainly in the second half, the linemen have done a tremendous job for the Lancers. Bucksar is the new quarterback. He gives it to Delzingaro, and he's not going to find much running room over the right side.
And that'll take it down inside the 5-yard line, but I wouldn't be surprised again to watch him just fall on the ball twice and say, hey, good game, shake hands and walk away. Playoffs coming up, the PCL playoffs coming up. We haven't seen too many Catholic League teams, but following the Lancers during the season, it's going to be tough to find a better team.
Next week, they'll open the playoffs against Doherty,
who they already defeated during the season.
This is a 3rd down play. Delzingaro again off the right side. He's not going to get into the end zone as the defense for Ryan wants to stop him. And McDevitt is content, as you pointed out, Bob, just to run the football. Hey, if you get a touchdown, that's fine. If not, we'll just run the clock down. It's 15 and running.
Well, Pat Manzi is a classy man. There's no question about it. He could have run the score up a little bit further, but why grind it in? This game is won as we come to it. There's an injured player, so they will get one more timeout. So let's have Manzi have a chance to show his class one more time.
What happens is one of the players on Archbishop Ryan is down. And as you watch this game on CCN, you've seen 2 entirely different football games. In the first half, Archbishop Ryan moved the football at will up and down. They controlled the football. They controlled the clock. And as I talked to Bob Lang at halftime, I said it's hard to believe that Archbishop Ryan could be 3-5 the way they look. In the second half, it was all McDevitt.
Well, the air went out of the balloon, obviously. As I say, good teams will find a way to win. I want to thank Bob Lang for giving me an opportunity to sit in here. I was on another assignment today, and I wanted to get over here. Yeah.
Did you win that pie eating contest?
I was covering the Russian Olympic fat woman tossing contest.
Who won that? Helga?
Helga and Ulf. Looks like a leg injury, unfortunately.
So for Bishop McDevitt, a perfect record in the regular season. There's head coach Pat Manzi. He'd like to duplicate what they did a year ago by winning the Catholic League Championship. They'll go into the playoffs next week, and that game is at Northeast High School.
And I'll tell you, let me tell you something about Pat Manzi. I've covered these games for about 5-6 years now. He has always been accessible for a comment. He's always been most helpful when we come over there, and most of the coaches are. But he has always been, win or lose, a very gracious person. I covered a playoff game a few years ago against Archbishop Ryan, where they lost a heartbreaker that they had been ahead most of the game. And after the game, it was kind of tentative as to whether you wanted to talk, Manzi wanted to talk. But he came right up and said, no, I'll talk to you. We talked, they interviewed after the game. Just a nice man. His players love him. It's a well-coached team. The whole coaching staff can be proud of the job that they've done. They've got a strong team, and they got a strong team down the road, too, as you can see by the reserves that are coming in.
And
this doesn't look good at all.
That doesn't look good at all, as they're bringing a stretcher on for this injured Ryan player. And unfortunately, since we are away from that end of the field, we cannot catch the number, but this is unfortunate.
Well, the sad part about it is that it's 11 seconds to go in a game that's been decided for some time. You hate to see an injury at any time of the game, but to have it happen here when it's really garbage time, if you will, it's really a shame. We don't know who the young man is.
And the 11 seconds left, obviously not going to change the outcome of this football game, with McDevitt winning 26-7 here at Cheltenham High School. Tom Collins, along with Bob Lang and Bob Friedman, bringing you all the action here. And don't forget, Sports Close-Up precedes the game at 6:30. And then we have the football game of the week following at 7 o'clock. And the McDevitt Lancers will wind up undefeated during the regular season, as they will win this football game easily with a tremendous second half.
Well, Tom, people will look at the 26-7 score and figure it was an easy game for McDevitt. And I think Coach Manzi would be the first to admit that it was anything but easy, as there we are up here in the press box. But it was not an easy game, and I'll tell you one thing, I was really impressed.
Well, unfortunately, Bob, we're running short on time here, and even though there's still 11 seconds to go, we're going to have to wrap it up from here, even though the last play is not going to mean much. So McDevitt will wind up undefeated. They move on to the playoffs, and the final score, once again, McDevitt 26-7